Good day, folks. Welcome back to video 3 of our mini-series here on YouTube. This is the third video of the 10 proven patterns for still waters with the BC Fly Guys. And today I'm tying an olive and gold Chironomid pupa. And the hook I have in the vise is a size 10 Togan scud hook. And I tie this fly from a 10 down to a 16 and also in the bomber style as well. I've got a 7/64 of an inch brown magic bead on there, wicked bead for Chironomid patterns, and again you can get those at Togan's as well. So I'm just going to tuck that bead out of the way for now and get my rusty brown UTC thread attached here, and we're just going to tie in our gill material. For that I've got 2 strands of the midge gill from Stillwater Solutions. There's a lot of different materials you can use for this. I just like this stuff because it has a lot of pop under UV. So a couple wraps in front here just to prop up those gills, and then go ahead and trim your excess out. And just cover those butts up the best you can. Carry your thread down a little ways over the hook shank so that when you reattach, you'll actually cover up where your whip finished and you're really secure in those gills. Okay, now we can take our bead and slide that back up over top of the wraps and reattach. Okay, now the first material we're going to tie in here is some gold ultra wire, and this is in size small. So just go ahead and attach this in here, tuck it right behind the bead, and then just take it all the way down the shank, down into the bend. That looks pretty good right about there. And we'll take our thread back up, nice smooth wraps, and always working that taper as we go. Okay, now I'm going to tie in some, this is a stretch floss. It's kind of an olive color. I just really like the color of this stretch floss, so that's why I use it for this particular fly, but there's tons of options in as far as what you can use. I mean, there's scudback and frostbite and flashaboo and all kinds of things. I kind of prefer the dull olive on this over the shiny, and but you're welcome to experiment and see what works best for you. So we'll go ahead and just get that tied in and then really give it a good stretch as you wrap it down the shank. Keep that body as thin as you can. Right down to where the wire is down here. Smooth out your body, excuse me, on the way back up. Just get ready to wrap our materials up the shank here. I think I'm happy with that taper the way it is right now. Don't have to do too much more work to that, so I'll go ahead and just start wrapping the stretch floss. Pull it fairly snug as you wrap it, again just trying to keep things fairly thin. Keep these nice and tight together as well. Make sure everything's covered up here. Once you get up top here, when you're pretty close, I leave a little bit of room for my thorax. And to tie off this stretch floss, I like to make sure it's got quite a few good wraps on it. This kind of stretchy type material can come unraveled on you, so make sure you get that locked in nice and tight. Pull on it before you trim and it'll suck back right in underneath your wraps there. So now we can take our ultra wire and just go ahead and rib the fly. Seven wraps there. Go ahead and tie off the ultra wire. Go ahead and break that off. And I'm just going to finish off my thorax here. That looks pretty good. Give it a 4 or 5 turn whip finish here. And we're just about done. Cut that right out of there. Brush these gills together and you can trim those. There we go. Now we'll give her a shot of the old crazy glue here and we're just about done. There it is. That's all there is to the olive and gold Chironomid pupa. Thanks for taking a look and watching. Hope this fish is really well for you. It's a pretty deadly pattern that I use quite often. So once again, we will see you on the next video. Thanks again for watching, and tight lines.